You know, for a movie that's titled Reminiscence, I am not going to be reminiscing at all about this movie. In fact, I wanted to erase my memory. Hugh Jackman, come erase my memory of this event.
For a movie that seemed like a decent film noir, right?
Right. It had a good beginning. It had potential. And with
the likes of Hugh Jackman, Rebecca Ferguson, and Thandie Newton.
Yep.
I mean, what could go wrong? Evidently everything.
So for those of you who are new to our channel, we are the Real Screeners. His name's Beto. My name's Lenny. Welcome, everyone. For those who are coming back, thank you for being a loyal follower. And as we tell everyone, please remember to like, share,
and subscribe,
and hit that notification bell so that you'll know every time that we upload a video.
Yes. And look us up on social media, Facebook and TikTok at Real Screeners, Instagram, real.screeners. And we want to invite you to check out our online store at realscreeners.com, where we have great merchandise, apparel with movie themes and movie mashups. So please check that out.
Yeah.
We want to tell you about our appearance coming up at the
El Paso Comic-Con, September 10th through 12th.
Yes,
at the
we will be there.
Convention Center.
So check us out right there.
Yes, and the last thing we want to drop in here, guys, is we've been starting these movie trivia contests every Wednesday. They've been a lot of fun, guys.
On Instagram Live?
Yes. And we definitely want to give a shout out to our sponsors. We want to thank Docs Collectibles. We want to thank Game Vault, RH Webster, and of course, J&M Sports Cards and Toy Collectibles. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate that. And so moving on to our review of Reminiscence, right? Well, I mean, I'll start off by saying that this is like a really bad version of like Inception by Christopher Nolan and Blade Runner by Ridley Scott, and a little, mixed in with a little bit of Ghost. You know,
there's a Ghost.
Swayze and Demi Moore.
There's a Ghost.
I mean, they throw in this really intense romantic element in this movie that kind of just throws everything off. You know, I feel like the movie should have focused a little bit less on the romance and a little bit less on Hugh Jackman's obsession, you know, this obsession that he has with finding this woman.
Right.
I feel like the movie would have been better, in my opinion.
You know, with a lot of noirs, you get that kind of female dynamic, right? That
the femme fatale,
right? That romantic dynamic.
Yeah.
And then there's obviously there's something that they have to solve related to that female or whatever, or she's a distraction. But I think what this movie missed on was that they didn't make her character, I guess, likable enough. There's the mystery around her is not. It's just not.
It's not enticing enough.
It doesn't hit home enough. So
yeah,
you're not invested in his search for her because he's trying to find her after meeting her. Right.
That's so true. You really don't care about their dynamic. You don't care about, you know, her. You don't care about him, and you're left wondering about midway through the movie, why do I care about him finding her? You know, and that's when you know that there's something wrong. And just to give you guys a little bit more information about what the movie is about, this is the near future, right? Mm-hmm. There's definitely some evidence of global warming because the sea levels have risen. A lot of the movie takes place in Miami, but in other cities as well. Mm-hmm. And basically, they have invented the technology to put you in like a dreamlike state where you can revisit your past memories. Mm-hmm. And of course, you can see how Inception falls right into that. And there seems to be this interesting little side plot where the more you do it, the more you can get lost in your past, right? The more obsessed you are with revisiting your past.
And they parallel that with the drug addiction that's kind of rampant.
Which reminded me a lot of Leonardo DiCaprio's character in Inception. I mean, I don't know, but like I really got a lot of that. But Inception is like a much better movie.
Yeah, no, it really is. I mean, we found ourselves watching this movie and just thinking, when is this going to end?
It was so slow. It was so slow, man. Like, oh wow. Like it felt like it had like 2 or 3 endings, and then you were like, okay, is it going to be over now? And then nope, we have to show you some more of this love that doesn't even feel authentic,
right?
You know.
And then of course you have okay, so the plot here is that he's trying to find her, right? Mm-hmm. He's trying to find her because he fell madly in love with her, but then she's got this secret past, right? But the plot fails.
She's sneaky.
She's very sneaky.
Very sneaky.
The plot fails to suck you in, right? It doesn't engage you because things move too fast. Certain plot points are too muddled, and just you're like, what? What's going on? And I don't care.
Very convoluted at times.
Yes.
Very convoluted, and the movie kind of has these weird shifts. Tonally speaking, it sometimes gets confused between like action thriller and then romance, and then it's just not consistent for me. And sometimes mixing those genres works. It didn't really work here. I also want to mention, I also want to mention really quick that of course Rebecca Ferguson is the woman that Hugh Jackman is desperately seeking.
Right, May.
But there's this interesting almost love triangle subplot with the Thandie Newton character, who is his kind of loyal and faithful co-worker, if you will, who always has his back, right?
Right. And you could tell there's a little bit of romantic tension. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily between them, but she definitely is attracted to him. She
wants to be noticed by him. And anyway, that might be the most interesting thing about the movie.
Another thing I didn't like was that there's a lot of because they have like you get in a lot of noirs. They have a lot of voiceover narration, right? A lot of narration.
Yeah.
And to me, there's too much telling and not enough showing. And I think that really kind of it lessens the viewer engagement. You know, you're not allowed to really figure things out on your own. And it's like things become super predictable because they lean heavily on those noir tropes.
Exactly.
That's another thing that's wrong with this movie.
And you get the usual noir look, you know, with like the seedy locations and the darkness and the kind of clever, you know, bright neon lights, you know, and all that stuff. But ultimately, it's just there to look good. It doesn't really, you know, play an integral part to the story.
Right.
You know?
I mean, great techniques, good premise, just bad execution.
Yep.
Now, I thought the acting wasn't too bad. I mean, obviously you have these stars, right? Like you said it during the movie, that their acting was wasted on this terrible movie.
It really did feel
it's so unfortunate.
Like it because, you know, Hugh Jackman does a good job. He does a good job here. And so does Rebecca Ferguson. She's such a good, underrated actress in my mind. Really liked her as Rose the Hat in Dr. Sleep. And yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's a wasted opportunity. And like I said, I just kind of felt like this movie was really dragging on. And
we were sitting there just like, oh my God, when is this going to end?
I mean, this really, I'm not going to go as far as to say this is a disgrace to previous noirs, but this is a far cry from those. It is not good. So for that, I'm going to give this 2 reels out of 5. Not even the actors and the acting could really say this.
Yeah, I think we're in agreement with the rating as per pretty usual. I mean, I would agree with the 2 reel rating. To me, this is recycled material of much better movies, basically, in my mind. I kept thinking of other movies and thinking, God, this is just like a terrible version of that movie and that movie, like Inception, like the ones that I previously mentioned, and Blade Runner. So yeah. So sorry, guys. You can definitely watch it on HBO on a
which is what we did. Thank goodness we didn't go to the theater.
Definitely. But please, we do want to know your opinion on Reminiscence. Let us know if there's any redeemable qualities that you found in this movie. We'd love to hear it. Also, don't forget to check us out on social media. Once again, we're on Facebook and TikTok, Real Screeners, Instagram, Real.Screeners.
And of course, check us out at Comic-Con September 10th through 12th. Hit us up on those movie trivia Wednesdays, and we will see you for our next Real Take on Movies.